have Jesse Love, winner of the General Tire 100, here with us in the Media Center. Jesse, if you can, walk me through your thought process on that lap coming to green, and then what happened on that final lap.
Obviously, I was nervous, as we all know. Didn't really know what to do. Obviously, I'm kind of like a stranded dog on a road course. I feel like right now I need to get better. But the only thing I had going for me was that I just knew that I was going to be really aggressive. I thought that when it went that wet, that Connor would maybe get complacent, because I've done that so many times. Did it at Berlin this year. And we went to the bus stop, and he lifted early, and then I just maybe smelled a little bit of blood in the water, and didn't get through the carousel that well. So my last ditch effort was to use all the track off of 6, and did that move in sim a few times just to see what it would do. So I was pretty confident about it. I only used third gear instead of second, and just try to get within a bumper's length on entry. And obviously, I have a lot of grip out there because I'm using more racetrack, and there's no rubber when you're tracked out that far, and the surface is a lot more coarse. So I thought that it would have a lot more grip. It did, had a lot of grip, and I shot out there and jumped back in the gas, and obviously he got complacent, and I was able to get to his bumper, and I wasn't going to move, wreck him, because he's my best friend. I love the kid. It was his day, but I thought that if I could just nudge him up a little bit and get him in the rumble strips on exit. It's funny, I was thinking about all this before we got green. It's awesome. If I could just get him in the rumble strips, that he would have no drive, and I could drag race him down the straightaway. And that's obviously kind of how it played out. Now that I think about it, it was maybe a little bit more glorified now that I'm talking about it. But yeah, just was able to drag race him to the line. And it was great afterwards. I felt, really pumped up, probably the most pumped up I've been all year after a win. Obviously, it does suck, though, taking away something that means so much, like what it does to Connor. Obviously, he doesn't have a lot of opportunities. He's so damn good at road racing. It's incredible. Him and Brett Cruz both are. So it feels great. At the same time, it really sucks.
All right, we'll open it up to questions here. We'll start with Nathan, and then we'll go over to Rowdy here. We'll go back to Bob.
Nathan Solomon with the podium finish. Jesse, when the caution comes out with 5 laps to go, and with the darkness and the rain, were you thinking maybe they just call it at that point, or kind of what was your thought process there?
I was hoping not. No, I'm a big believer in God, and I always ask him if he could just maybe favor me in the race. I'd really appreciate it. I saw Connor, his sway bar broke, and I knew for a few laps it was going to be a big hindrance for him until it clearance itself. Hell yeah, once it clearance itself, he was just as fast as he was, and we were about even on lap time. Before that, I was definitely quicker. I was able to chop down that margin, and then we evened out. So I thought that it was just going to come down to whoever could just outrace each other, because at that time, with no sway bar for him, we were even on speed. And yeah, when it started to rain, that's when I got really nervous, because I didn't know what the heck to do. Then we were pitting, and I thought that was good for us. And then we were going to line up 5th, and I thought it was great for us. And then we were lined up 4th, and I thought that was terrible for us. And obviously, it kind of got hectic there. Using the racetrack and having cars that were off the pace and or on slick tires. So, yeah, once I was able to get to 2nd, that's kind of when everything cleared out, and I could just stop going off instinct and actually think about what I need to do.
All right, we'll bring it up to Rowdy.
Rowdy Maglite with Rowdy Maglite Racing. Jesse, congratulations on your season, but you don't have much time to revel in the win. You got to be in Springfield. What's your thoughts on the dirt track?
I'm looking forward to it. I love dirt racing. Obviously, have a great group of people around me that, but for the grace of God, let me go dirt racing still. I think it gives me an edge, especially when we do go dirt racing in a payment car. So we were good there last year. We won at Springfield, finished 2nd at DeCoin. And I think this year we should be just as good. Brett Cruz is going to be tough. He's also a phenomenal dirt racer. Like dirt and road racing are his kind of specialties. And I think that I'll be a lot better at Springfield than I was today. I wasn't by any means impressive today, but just wanted it, I feel like. So looking forward to Springfield, hopefully having a little bit more of a dominating performance than I did tonight. And obviously, extra 20,000 on the line for winning both races. It could start off there. Would be huge. So looking forward to hopefully getting Gear Inch back in victory lane too.
We'll bring it up to Bob, and then we'll send it to Chris.
celebrating, or did it happen during the race?
I got sick when it started to rain and got really wet. I didn't know what the heck to do, Bob. I mean, I feel like you probably pit reported today. You probably didn't know what to do either. I didn't know what to do. And I just, it got the best of me when we sat there after we left pit road, and I was like, oh Lord, like, what do I do? So normally I can think about my moves, but I just had to kind of go off of instinct there, and I settle myself down. I just get worked up. Once I get going, I calm back down completely, but yellow flags and red flags, I hate them things. I just start thinking, so maybe I gotta work on that. We had like chicken for catering, and it didn't sit well with me either, so that didn't help, but that was embarrassing. Yeah, it was, so we came out here, put rain tires on, and then we rolled up and sat behind the pace car for 5 minutes. I was just marinating in my own thoughts. That sucked. That's what happened.
I'm just curious, like, did that distract you, or or did you feel better after?
I did feel better. I was like, okay, I feel a little bit better now. But at the same time, like, I was still nervous. But once I get rolling, once the motor fires up, I kind of start to zone out again, and I feel confident about what I'm going to go do, and I stop thinking about it. So once we got rolling again, I was fine. How was your day? Was it good?
My back. The 63, the 28.
Yeah.
I think we're going to do about Pocris media availability when we're done here. Go ahead, Chris.
ChrisKnightKHS.com. Jesse, I was just curious, what's the biggest thing you've learned about yourself as a driver this year?
I felt like, a little bit personal, but after Phoenix, I thought I just wasn't going to make it, and just kind of had a moment of realization before Talladega that I had some moments of greatness where I beat Ty Gibbs at Salem, where I won midget races or won super late races against Steve Nasty and Bo Pollard, and then I just kind of figured that on my best possible day that I could possibly have with the talent that God's given me, if I do my best possible job that Jesse Love can do, that I should have a shot to win. And I never think about, going into a weekend, I never like, oh, I want to win this weekend. I just focus on doing the best job that Jesse Love can do, and if I do have those days, hopefully my career would shake out, and I think that is kind of where my season and my career kind of has turned around over the last 6 months. Got a lot closer to God about just trusting that process and staying faithful and not worrying about anything. I don't have any worries now, and I just go there every weekend just trying to do the best job that Jesse Love can do.
All right, Jesse, we'll let you get out of here. I know we got one more, Jim. I'm sorry.
JimMotorMotorsport.com. Jesse, you had some very nice words about Connor after the race. I just wondered, this being his first big heavy stock car start, even though he's been very good, obviously, on road courses, did you expect him to be as good as he was today? And what did you think when the race turned out the way it did, where you found the two of you racing each other for the win down at the finish?
I wasn't surprised. Surprised that Corey was as fast as he was. I wasn't surprised that Brent was as fast as he was, or Connor. Connor and Brent are my two closest friends out in North Carolina. We kind of have our little, really tight-knit 3-friend group. It's about all I have as far as friends go. And we keep each other grounded, and we know everything about each other. So I kind of knew everything that Connor was going to do. I knew everything that Brent was going to do. And yeah, like I said, it just sucked to take something away that meant so much to him. At the same time, like, I gotta set myself up to have opportunities to go race on Saturdays and hopefully one day on Sundays. So every opportunity I see, I just need to go try to seize it and take it, even if it's not my day. But yeah, Connor and Brent are the two best up and coming drivers that I've ever been able to race against. So going in this weekend, I was talking to Bob before the race, and I knew that they were gonna be the two best cars to beat. So, and they were. So two phenomenal race car drivers I have a lot of respect for. And, they have the talent to, be top 1%ers for sure.
You did mention this, but it looked like Connor kind of opened the door a little bit coming out the last turn. Were you surprised that opportunity presented itself?
Yes. I was not, because he's smart. And when you're smart, you learn just to sometimes like ease back and and just bring it on home, right? I've made that mistake at Berlin. I've made that mistake many times actually in racing, where I get complacent because we were so dang good on a certain day. Berlin, I led 198 laps, right? I let William get to my bumper, and that was all that wrote, right? So I knew that every young driver is probably going to go through that once or twice. I think that my move, using on the racetrack, was definitely worth a lot of time, but I think had he stayed really aggressive, I probably don't have that shot. So I wasn't surprised. I knew once we got to the bus stop that I was going to have at least some sort of a shot into the last corner.
We got a long way to Springfield in the next less than 48 hours. We'll let you get out of here. Congratulations. Thanks everybody for joining us here tonight, and have a great rest of your weekend.